Hi, boys and girls, it's Miss Cooper, and we're back for another mini lesson on fractions. Today, we're going to focus on how we name parts of a whole with fraction circles and rectangles. So let's get started on that. If you look at the first slide, you will notice that it's going to give us some vocabulary words that are super important when it comes to fractions. On the right, you will see that under fractions, it says they have a numerator and a denominator, and those are big words. If you notice, it also said that it names parts of a whole. So the numerator is the top number in a fraction, and it tells how many parts of the whole are shaded or colored in. And the denominator tells how many equal parts are in the whole shape. So for instance, on this fraction that we have, the rectangle, it's divided into 6 equal parts. So 6 is the denominator. That's the total number of equal parts in the whole. And there are 3 pieces shaded in, so it would be a fraction of 3/6. Again, we can look at this example. Again, the numerator is the top number, and it tells how many pieces are shaded in. So in the fraction shape at the top left, you will notice that there's 1 piece shaded in, and then there are 8 total pieces. So it would be 1/8. So each one of these pieces, this is 1/8, the next one's 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. So, and they have 1/8 colored in. The bottom fraction, there are 9 total pieces, which is the denominator, which is on the bottom right here. And the top number is 3, that's the numerator. So we say 3/9. Then you're gonna get to do some practice like we did yesterday. And so these numbers at the bottom are movable. And it says click and drag the digits. Digits is another name for numbers. So click and drag the digits to represent the numerator, which is the top number, and the denominator, which is the bottom number. So how many pieces are shaded or colored in this fraction to the left? There are 1. So you're going to take the 1 and drag it up here. 1, and how many total pieces? That's the denominator, goes in the bottom. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the answer would be 1/12. And let's try another one. So again, I want you to think about it first. The top number is the numerator. How many pieces are shaded in? Hopefully you got 4. So we're going to drag 4 up there. And how many total pieces are there in this shape? There are 5. So the fraction would be 4/5. And again, you're going to do that, keep going and do the same thing. There's 1 total piece shaded in, and there are 2 total pieces in the whole shape. That's called the denominator. So we have 1/2 or half. And the next one, think about the numerator is the top number. How many pieces are shaded in? 1 piece shaded in. And the denominator is how many total pieces in the whole, which is 3. And think about how we would say that. 1/3. And one more practice of that one. Again, how many pieces are shaded in? 4. And there are, I'm going to count by 2s here since there's 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces. So 4/8. And I know from doing fractions, and hopefully you can kind of visualize this, if we took away these lines down the middle, we could also see that half of the shape is colored in, right? So eventually we'll learn that we could reduce this fraction to half, and we would do that by division, which is for another lesson. All right, and then you're going to do the same thing with circles. Again, the numerator is the top number. It tells how many parts of the whole there are. So in this top circle, there are 9 pieces colored in. That's the numerator. The denominator tells us how many total pieces or how many total equal parts there are in the whole shape. And there's 12, so this fraction would be 9/12. And again, they explain it in a different way with some other fractions. The top green fraction has 1 piece shaded in and 3 total parts that are equal, so 1/3. And the light purple one at the bottom is 8/9. So you will go through and do some more practice with this. Again, you'll count the total number shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the numerator. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total pieces. So it would be 4/9. And a few more practice. This one is a pizza. There are 2 pieces that are shaded in. And the total number of pieces, so then you're going to go back and count all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2/5. The next one, again, the numerator is the top number. It's how many shaded pieces there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And then I remember that number and keep going. 9, 10, 11, 12. Because we already knew there were 8 colored pieces. 12 is the denominator. It tells us how many total equal parts there are. And this one's a pretty easy one. There are 2 shaded pieces. That's the numerator. And denominator is the total number of equal parts. There's 3 total pieces altogether. So 2/3. And one more for practice. We get another pizza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces that are shaded. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total equal parts, which is the denominator. So you're going to practice that today for practice on fractions, and then we will get into fractions a little bit further tomorrow. Just remember, to do a fraction, it has to be equal parts that have the same shape and size.